a shield, plain and bare. Big as a barn and as blunt as a chair. He'd sleep in the stables, he'd fight for his bread, with straw in his boots and a bump on his head. To Dunk and Egg, raise your ale, tall as a tower, thin as a nail. One wears the steel, one wears the crown, Hedge, knight and hatchling, up and down the realm. To Dunk and Egg, drink it down. He met a small boy with his scalp shaved to shine, eyes like a storm over clear summer wine. Call me a squire, said the lad with a grin, and swear me your oath, I will swear you my skin. To Dunk and Egg, raise your ale, tall as a tower, thin as a nail. One keeps his word, one keeps his name, Hedge, knight and hatchling, running toward the flame. To Dunk and Egg, sing their fame. From trial in the dust to dragons in the blood, they gamble with their luck and the mercy of the gods. But the road runs on and the stories grow long, so we'll fill our cups and we'll finish their song. Hey! 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 To Dunk and Egg, raise your ale, tall as a tower, thin as a nail. One swings the sword, one bears the crown, Hedge, knight and hatchling, up and down the realm. To Dunk and Egg, drink it down.
Hello? Can y'all hear me? Am I a real boy? I'm gonna need to be a real boy. So, you tell me the secrets. Today we're going to do something newish. It's kind of inspired by a follower of mine called Ghost of Niccolo. He often plays things like Red Dead while listening to audiobooks. And because I need all of you to understand my love for George R.R. Martin, the plan, we'll see how well it works out. Excuse me. I do need to light up a joint here. Thank you. You can hear me. Perfect. I want to listen to the Dunk and Egg novellas, if you will, while playing Elden Ring. Now, this is difficult. Elden Ring is difficult. Furthermore, this is the same character we've had for quite some time. We left it in the dust. We were doing some lore hunting before. I thought it was time to go ahead and dust her off and see what kind of damage we could do, okay? So, we're going to start right off the bat here at the Lion Dancer, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. You guys are going to see me fail a lot while I try to remember how to play this game, okay? Furthermore, tomorrow and the days after this show, I'm going to do this show weekly, this one right here, with the Elden Ring, weekly on Sundays. And then on Mondays, I'm going to go over to Kick, and we're going to watch the HBO show together. So the goal today is to make it to where the episode ends. And see how far we can make it in-game, okay? The who and the what? Your egg's dry! No, not the dry. The new show is fantastic. If you haven't watched it, you're a loser. And you should be watching that instead of watching me. Alright? Hot take, I know. So let me go ahead, and I have... You guys are going to have to help me with my audio levels. That's what I'm going to need from you today. is if any of the audio is too much, too loud, whatever, the game, me, and the audiobook, I'm gonna need you guys to chime in. I know this is usually when Fresh Garbage would be here, but she would never deign to fucking get into this nerd shit with me. Fucking bitch. Alright, let's start this off.
The Hedge Knight, A Tale of the Seven Kingdoms, written by George R.R. Martin. The story offered here takes place about 100 years prior to the events described in A Game of Thrones. The spring rains had softened the ground, so Dunk had no trouble digging the grave. He chose a spot on the western slope of a low hill, for the old man had always loved to watch the sunset. "Another day done," he would sigh, "and who knows..."
Alright. Oh, Freya, calm down. Freya, calm down. Okay, we got Freya here. We're going to try to remember how to play this game. I do not remember how to play this game. So, prepare your bodies to laugh at me. Alright? Already I'm using the keyboard when I don't want to use the keyboard. Well, I'm sorry. I set it up to every half hour. If this continues, I'll demonetize it. Alright? We'll give it one fight and see how you guys feel.
Knows what the morrow will bring us, eh, Dunk? Well, one morrow had brought rains that soaked them to the bones, and the one after had brought wet, gusty winds, and the next, a chill. By the fourth day, the old man was too weak to ride, and now he was gone. Only a few days past, he had been singing as they rode, the old song about going to Gulltown to see a fair maid, but instead of Gulltown, he'd sung of Ashford.
Ow!
Off to Ashford to see the fair maid. Hi-ho, hi-ho, Dunk thought miserably as he dug. When the hole was deep enough, he lifted the old man's body in his arms and carried him there. He'd been a small man and slim. Stripped of hauberk, helm and sword belt, he seemed to weigh no more than a bag of leaves. Dunk was hugely tall for his age, a shambling, shaggy, big-boned boy of 16 or 17 years. No one was quite certain which, who stood closer to 7 feet than to 6, and had only just begun to fill out his frame. The old man had often praised his strength. He had always been generous in his praise. It was all he had to give. He laid him out in the bottom of the grave and stood over him for a time. The smell of rain was in the air again, and he knew he ought to fill the hole in before the rain broke, but it was hard to throw dirt on that tired old face. There ought to...
So, if you're interested in watching or listening to this by yourself, I'm gonna put the link here. This is a reading by Ryzen Lane. For YouTube CEO. That's amazing. As Dunk was digging in the hillside, a voice echoed through the valley. Yakushi dry! That would be amazing, is like, take Game of Thrones, like, it doesn't really fit with Dunk and Egg, but can you imagine, like, reading a Cersei thing and being like, Yakushi dry! Okay. So first of all, I need to remember how do I run? Hello? That's jump. Okay. Does it, like, hold something down? No, it's not that. Oh my god, wasting things. That's fine. Totally could use that throughout the battle. Okay, so that's how you automatically focus. Nope. When all oh god. I'm sorry. When all else fails, go to System. Dash is B? Okay, so if I hold down V? Okay. Alright. No, it's not nearly over. It's not nearly over. This is me learning how to play the game and stuff. So, you said the audio is for the game to be down? I can do the game down. 1 minute. Let's do it from here. We'll have music turned down, sound effects turned down, and we'll keep voice up, I think. Alright? We'll see how that works out. I appreciate the input. Game of Thrones, the Hecate translation. And there was Bamsy Rolton? Bamsy Rolton? That's a great name. That's gotta be my that's gotta be my alt. Bamsy Rolton. No, and Ramsay Bolton was there. Cutting off Theon's dick and is like, your coochie dry! Man, people that are just here to, like, the poor searchers of the internet that were just looking for nerdy stuff are gonna be like, what the fuck are they talking about? Yeah, back to crack eggs.
To be a septon here, say some prayers over him, but he only has me. The old man had taught Dunk all he knew of swords and shields and lances, but had never been good at teaching him words. I'd leave you your sword, but it would rust in the ground, he said at last, apologetic. The gods will give you a new one, I guess. I wish you didn't die, sir. He paused, uncertain what else needed to be said. He didn't know any prayers, not all the way through. The old man had never been much for praying. You were a true knight. You never beat me when I didn't deserve it, he finally managed. Except that one time in Maidenpool. It was the inn boy who ate the widow woman's pie, not me. I told you. It don't matter now. The gods keep you, sir. He kicked dirt into the hole, then began to fill it methodically, never looking at the thing at the bottom. He had a long life, Dunk thought. He must have been closer to 60 than to 50. How many men can say that? At least he had lived to see another spring. The sun was westering as he fed the horses. There were three. His sway-backed Stott, the old man's palfrey, and Thunder, his warhorse, who was ridden only in tourney and battle. The big brown stallion was not as swift or strong as he had once been, but he still had his bright eye and fierce spirit. And
shout out to Thunder. We love Thunder.
He was more valuable than everything else Dunk owned. If I sold Thunder an old chestnut, and the saddles and bridles too, I'd come away with enough silver to... Dunk frowned. The only life he knew was the life of a hedge knight, riding from keep to keep, taking service with this lord and that lord, fight.
Anyone here remember this guy I'm fighting? It doesn't take sleep damage, does it? Because, like, that might be... Am I a light load right now? I am a light load right now with this. Maybe we'll give it a shot. You died! Yeah, we love Thunder. Thunder is the best horse.
Fighting in their battles and eating in their halls until the war was done. Then, moving on. There were tourneys from time to time as well, though less often, and he knew that some hedge knights turned robber during lean winters, though the old man never had. I could find another hedge knight in need of a squire to tend his animals and clean his mail, he thought. Or might be I could go to some city, like Lannisport or King's Landing, and join the city watch. Or else... He had piled the old man's things under an oak. The cloth purse contained 3 silver stags, 19 copper pennies, and a chipped garnet. As with most hedge knights, the greatest part of his worldly wealth had been tied up in his horses and weapons. Dunk now owned a chainmail hauberk that he had scoured the rust off 1,000 times, an iron half-helm with a broad nasal and a dent on the left temple, a sword belt of cracked brown leather, and a long sword in a wood and leather scabbard, a dagger, a razor, a whetstone, greaves and gorget, an 8-foot war lance of turned ash topped with a cruel iron point, and an oaken shield with a scarred metal rim, bearing
Oaken iron guard me well, or else I'm sure to go to hell. Well, what are we gonna do? How am I gonna do this? How do I want to do this? How do I want to go with this? Someone teach me their ways. Where is... Ooh, black knife could be fun. give that a shot. I don't remember how to load and unload. Oh my god, I forgot I have, like... Okay. Okay. Guys, I'm remembering now. I'm remembering. Okay? I'm remembering how to play the game. Just listen. 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 We're all learning here. Alright? Can I get away with the Godslayer sword? We'll find out. We'll find out.
The sigil of Sir Arlen of Pennytree, a winged chalice, silver on brown. Dunk looked at the shield, scooped up the sword belt, and looked at the shield again. The belt was made for the old man's skinny hips. It would never do for him, no more than the Hallberg would. He tied the scabbard to a length of hempen rope, knotted it around his waist, and drew the longsword. The blade was straight and heavy, good castle-forged steel. The grip was soft leather wrapped over wood, the pommel a smooth, polished black stone. Plain as it was, the sword felt good in his...
In the... this is spoiler alert for the show. In the show, they gave Sir Arlen of Pennytree's sword a penny in the hilt, and I thought that was delightful. Okay? Absolutely delightful.
His hand, and Dunk knew how sharp it was, having worked it with whetstone and oilcloth many a night before they went to sleep. It fits my grip as well as it ever fit his, he thought to himself. And there is a tourney at Ashford Meadow. Sweetfoot had an easier gait than Old Chestnut, but Dunk was still sore and tired when he spied the inn ahead. A tall daub and timber building beside a stream. A warm yellow light spilling from its windows looked so inviting that he could not pass it by. I have 3 silvers, he told himself. Enough for a good meal, as much ale as I care to drink. As he dismounted, a naked boy emerged dripping from the stream and began to dry himself on a rough-spun brown cloak. Are you the stable boy? Dunk asked. The lad looked to be no more than 8 or 9, a pasty-faced, skinny thing, his bare feet caked in mud up to the ankle. His hair was the queerest thing about him. He had none. I want my palfrey rubbed down, and oats for all 3. Can you tend to them?
Okay.
The boy looked at him brazenly. I could, if I wanted. Dunk frowned. Well, I'll have none of that. I'm a knight, I'll have you know.
Doing better.
You don't look to be a knight. Do all knights look the same? No, but they don't look like you either. Your sword belt's made of rope. So long as it holds my scabbard, it serves. Now see to my horses. You'll get a copper if you do well, and a clout in the ear if you don't.
Ow!
He did not wait to see how the stable boy took that, but turned away and shouldered through the door.
Little bald boy approaches. Hi, what's up, everybody? I'm glad you're all here to watch me fail. We did better that time, though. We got to the lightning round. Fantastic. We're remembering how to exist. All right. Freya, I appreciate you. Okay? Come with me. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure annihilation. Am I sleeping? I am not sleeping. You guys can hear everything, right?
At this hour, he would have expected the inn to be crowded, but the common room was almost empty. A young lordling in a fine damask mantle was passed out at one table, snoring softly into a pool of spilled wine. Otherwise, there was no one. Dunk looked around uncertainly until a stout, short, whey-faced woman emerged from the kitchens and said, "Sit where you like. Is it ale you want or food?" Both. Dunk took a chair by the window, well away from the sleeping man. "There's good lamb roasted with a crust of herbs, and some ducks my son shot down. Which will you have?" He had not eaten at an inn in half a year or more. "Both." The woman laughed. "Well, you're big enough for it." She drew a tankard of ale and brought it to his table. "Will you be wanting a room for the night as well?" No. Dunk would have liked nothing better than a soft straw mattress and a roof above his head, but he needed to be careful with his coin. The ground would serve. Some food, some ale, and it's on to Ashford for me. How much further is it?
How do I do this?
Bear north when the
It's
road
this one?
forks
No,
at the
it's not
burned
that
mill.
one. Ah!
Is my boy seen to your horses, or has he run off again? No, he's there, said Dunk. You seem to have no custom. Half the town's gone to see the tourney. My own would as well if I allowed it. They'll have this in when I go, but the boy would sooner swagger about with soldiers. And the girl turns to sighs and giggles every time a knight rides by.
Ow.
I swear, I couldn't tell you why.
My body.
Knights are built the same
Lightning
as other
round.
men, and I never knew a joust to change the price of eggs. She eyed Dunk curiously.
Scared.
His sword and shield
Mommy.
told her one thing.
Mommy.
His rope belt and rough-spun tunic, quite another. You're bound for the tourney yourself? He took a sip of the ale before he answered. A nut brown colour it was, and thick on the tongue, the way he liked it. Aye, he said. I mean to be a champion. Do you now?
Help me.
The innkeep answered,
Somebody.
polite enough. Across the room, the lordling raised his head from the wine puddle. His face had a sallow, unhealthy cast to it beneath a rat's nest of sandy brown hair, and blonde stubble crusted his chin. He rubbed his mouth, blinked at Dunk, and said, I dreamed of you.
Help.
His hand trembled as he pointed a finger. You stay away from me, do you hear? You stay well away. Dunk stared at him uncertainly. My lord? The innkeep leaned close. Never you mind that one, sir. All he does is drink and talk
Help
about
me.
his dreams. I'll see about that food. She bustled off. Food? The lordling made the word an obscenity. He staggered to his feet,
doing okay.
one hand on the table to keep himself
We
from
might win
falling.
someday.
I'm going to be sick.
Oh my
he
god, I'm
announced.
scared.
The front
me.
of his tunic was crusty red with old wine stains. I wanted a whore, but there's none to be found here.
Oh,
All
no,
gone
Freya.
to Ashford Meadow.
Oh my god.
Gods be good, I need some wine. He lurched unsteadily from the common room, and Dunk heard him climbing steps,
Oh my.
singing under his breath. A sad creature, thought Dunk. But why did he
Ow.
think he knew me? He
Ow.
pondered that a moment over his
Scare
ale.
me.
The lamb was as good as he had ever eaten, and the duck was
Oh,
even
yeah.
better, cooked with
Come here.
cherries and lemons
Ah!
and not near as greasy as most. The innkeep brought buttered peas as well,
Yes!
and oaten bread still hot from her
Victory
oven.
is
This is
mine!
what it means to be a knight, he told himself as he sucked the last bit of meat off the bone. Good.
We did the thing, guys. We're so amazing. YouTube hates you today? No. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Literally every 2 fucking minutes. That's horrible. Get a... I can't say things because I'm monetized. Someone say it in the chat. My internet keeps buffering? No, not my internet. I hope. Let me see. I got lots of KBSs. Alright? I got all the KBSs. What do you mean I'm down? I wouldn't be getting your messages. We did it! We did it! Alright. I'm so happy right now. I can't believe we did it. Let's get this, just because I hate looking at it. Wow. What a day. Look at us. We can put on this head. Hello? I only have so many heads. Where are you? There you are. Nope, that's Blythe. Aha. I look amazing. Yeah! Did someone turn on their... What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. You're confusing me with your words. No, you have premium? Alright. Yeah. Alright. We look amazing. Probably will not be wearing this, but let's go ahead and, because if any of you know me, which you might not, I'm a lore whore, so I'm here to take video of all the things.
Good food and ale whenever I want it, and no one to clout me in the head. He had a second tankard of ale with the meal, a third to wash it down, and a fourth because there was no one to tell him that he couldn't. And when he was done, he paid the woman with a silver stag and still got back a fistful of coppers. It was full dark by the time Dunk emerged. His stomach was full and his purse was a little lighter. But he felt good as he walked to the stables. Ahead, he heard a horse whicker. "Easy, lad," a boy's voice said. Dunk quickened his step, frowning. He found the stable boy mounted on Thunder and wearing the old man's armor. The hauberk was longer than he was, and he'd had to tilt the helm back on his bald head or else it would have covered his eyes. He looked utterly intent and utterly absurd.
As one does. Well, I hadn't yet. I told you. I was... You know. Just because I intend to do things doesn't mean I did. Can I do it mid-stream or is that a nah? Alright. Look at all this cool stuff, though. I love looking at stuff. Can't get a good look at the details, I don't think. But yeah, a lot of symbolism actually occurs in George R.R. Martin's work. Oh, we need to take a look at these little... Look at those. Aren't they beautiful? Glorious. Okay. No, but the quality looks great. Okay. I did go through and delete everything I didn't need, which I think is probably going to help. But yeah, I think, because essentially I copied the scene or whatever, scene style for, my other stuff, but there's like a bunch of pictures and shit I need to go through on my main one to delete. So, if you're upset by chance that I'm interrupting the audiobook, hi, welcome to my channel, not the audiobooks channel. Cloud is just throwing things in the background. But I kind of have to. I have to be here to look at the things. Oh, look at the little trees. Aren't they so cute? That's what I look like when I wake up in the morning. Okay, I kind of feel that. I kind of feel that a lot. But yeah, there's... If anyone here somehow watches my channel and does not know, George R.R. Martin was on the Elden Ring project. He helped write, like, the really old lore, essentially. And then, like, there's some references. Yeah, it's a beautiful facade. Look at this statue. It's glorious. Alright. So it's all connected. I'm not doing these things randomly. I know you guys wanted me to play The Sims. I listened. I just didn't care to do anything about it. Oh my god, look at this! I mean, I already know these things, if I'm honest with you. I already have seen a great majority of these things. However, that does not mean I don't want to film it. Whee! Alright. Let's sit here and recuperate. But yeah, if you want to listen to the audiobook, I'm going to head and link it again. I'm going to get all of you in on this.
Dunk stopped in the stable door and laughed. The boy looked up, flushed, vaulted to the ground. "My lord, I did not mean..." "Thief," Dunk said, trying to sound stern. "Take off that armor and be glad that Thunder didn't kick you in that fool head. He's a war horse, not a boy's pony." The boy took off the helm and flung it to the straw. "I could ride him as well as you," he said, bold as you please. "Close your mouth. I want none of your insolence. The hauberk too. Take it off. What did you think you were doing?" "How can I tell you with my mouth closed?" The boy squirmed out of the chainmail and let it fall. "You can open your mouth to answer," said Dunk. "Now pick up that mail, shake off the dirt and put it back where you found it.
Where do I go?
And the half
Over
helm
here.
too.
Right?
Did you feed the horses as I told you? And rub down Sweetfoot?" "Yes," the boy said as he shook straw from the mail. "You're going to Ashford, aren't you? Take me with you, sir." The innkeep had warned him of this. "And what might your mother say to that?" "My mother?" The boy wrinkled up his face. My mother's dead. She wouldn't say anything. He was surprised. Wasn't the innkeep his mother? Perhaps he was only apprenticed to her. Dunk's head was a little fuzzy from the ale. Are you an orphan boy? He asked uncertainly. Are you? The boy threw back. I was once, Dunk admitted, till the old man took me in. If you took me, I could squire for you. I have no need of a squire, he said. Every knight needs a squire, the boy said. You look as though you need one more than most. Dunk raised a hand threateningly. And you look as though you need a clout in the ear, it seems to me. Fill me a sack of oats. I'm off to Ashford, alone. If the boy was frightened, he hid it well. For a moment, he stood there defiant, his arms crossed.
Graphics look nice? Good. I'm glad things are working. I love that those morons actually think those are their names, Cloudpo. Yeah, so they were like, some furry diffy name, and I was like, what does that even mean? This is Elden Ring. One of my favorite games, if not my favorite. It's hard to choose, you know? Oh, we're in the tree place. We love a tree place. Ooh. Goodies. Yoink. Dibs. Mine. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Okay, we're gonna play this music or book again here soon. But look at us. Oh no, someone's messages in my way every time. God damn. I miss gaming so bad. Morrowind was kind of my favorite of the Elden. Oh my god. This is what happens when you play one or the other for a while. You start calling them the Elder Scrolls, right? That was one of my favorite Elder Scrolls games. That Elden thing. I'm hot garbage at Elden Ring. I think what's important to know is that everyone is garbage at Elden Ring. And if you're not, you're sweaty. And that's okay too. There's a wonderful, maybe we'll watch it, here in a bit. There's a wonderful, get good, like, acting out thing that is so true. Like, it's just getting to know the game. She seemed to be going on about someone in her real life, making a big deal out of her channel.
But just as Dunk was about to give up on him, the lad turned and went for the oats. Dunk was relieved. A pity I couldn't. But he has a good life here at the inn. Better one than he'd have squiring for a hedge knight. Taking him would be no kindness. He could still feel the lad's disappointment, though. As he mounted Sweetfoot and took up Thunder's lead, Dunk decided that a copper penny might cheer him up. Here, lad, for your help. He flipped the coin down at him with a smile, but the stable boy made no attempt to catch it. It fell in the dirt between his bare feet, and there he let it lie. He'll scoop it up as soon as I'm gone, Dunk told himself. He turned the palfrey and rode from the inn, leading the other two horses. The trees were bright with moonlight, and the sky was cloudless.
Look at this guy. Look at him. He's got his mushrooms around him. Or maybe jellyfish. It can be hard to tell. What does he say? O Tower of Oz, hidden in shadow, O lofty spiral piercing the heavens, lead him safely unto greater godhood. And in divinity grant our salvation. So this is clearly a Mikla thing. Ooh. Look at him. Ooh. Intimidating. Morrowind is the new Vegas of Elder Scrolls, yeah. The pistachio is a real nut. Yeah, so the people you see running about, those are going to be other players. Alright. Back to this. Whoop. Oh, it's over here. Just a city. Alright. I'm moving right along. It's going to tell me I can't go this way.
And speckled with stars. Yet as he headed down the road, he could feel the stable boy watching his back, sullen and silent. The shadows of the afternoon were growing long when Dunk reined up on the edge of broad Ashford Meadow. 70 pavilions had already risen on the grassy field. Some were small, some large, some square, some round, some of sailcloth, some of linen, some of silk, but all were brightly coloured, with long banners streaming from their centre poles.
Message left by Needle Knight Lita, addressed to kindred spirits who also pursue Miquella's trail. The gate of divinity lies in the tower sealed by shadow. That is surely where kind Miquella is headed. Oh my god. We are no Empyreans, but we must locate the path that will lead us there. I will follow the crosses east. Oh, and I got a remembrance. Nice. What else I got? An insignia. Raises attack power after defeating an enemy. Interesting. Alright. Check the chat. No chat. Or it's not updating. Always a fun thing to wonder. And...
brighter than a field of wildflowers with rich reds and sunny yellows. Countless shades of green and blue, deep blacks and greys and purples. The old man had ridden with some of these knights. Others Dunk knew from tales told in common rooms and round campfires. Though he had never learned the magic of reading or writing, the old man had been relentless when it came to teaching him heraldry, often drilling him as they rode. The nightingales belonged to Lord Karen of the Marches, as skilled with a high harp as he was with a lance. The crowned stag was for Sir Lionel Baratheon, the Laughing Storm. Dunk picked out the Tarly Huntsman, House Dondarrion's Purple Lightning, the Red...
The Laughing Storm in the show is fucking amazing. What other games have I played? Well, that's a question. What are we asking? Are we asking which games have affected my life? Or what game... Like, I'm not a completionist, so I'm not that guy. But, I have played, if we are curious. Let's see. Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate, World of Warcraft, RuneScape, Ark, Survival Evolved, Atlas, Sims, I don't know. Alright, this one.
Red apple of the Fossaways. There roared the Lion of Lannister, gold on crimson. And there, the dark green sea turtle of the Estemonts swam across a pale green field. The brown tent beneath Red Stallion could only belong to Sir Otho Bracken, who was called the Brute of Bracken since slaying Lord Quentin Blackwood 3 years past during a tourney at King's Landing. Dunk heard that Sir Otho struck so hard with the blunted long axe that he stove in the visor.
Morrowind, Fables, Fallouts, you know, the usual.
Of Lord Blackwood's helm and the face beneath it. He saw some Blackwood banners as well on the west edge of the meadow,
I think we
as
want to
distant
find
from Sir Otho as
Granny.
they could be.
I don't remember where
Marbrand,
she
Mallister,
is.
Cargill, Westerling, Swan,
Ooh.
Mullendore, Hightower, Florent, Frey, Penrose, Stokeworth, Daffy, Perrin. It seemed as though every lordly house of the west and south had sent a knight or three to Ashford to see the fair maid and brave the lists in her honour. Yet however fair their pavilions were to look upon, he knew there was no place for him. A threadbare wool cloak would be all the shelter he had tonight. While the lords and great knights dined upon capons and suckling pigs, Dunk's supper would be a hard, stringy piece of salt beef. He knew full well that if he made his camp upon that gaudy field, he would need to suffer both silent scorn and open mockery. A few perhaps would treat him kindly, yet, in a way, that was almost worse. A hedge knight must hold tight to his pride. Without it, he was no more than a sellsword. I must earn my place in that company.
I will say, and it's dangerous for me to turn this off while I'm doing this, but I do like that this book kind of reminds us that pride is not necessarily the opposite of humility. I like that. I like that. What are you guys up to? Anything? Ooh. Oh no, I'm out of juice.
If I fight well, some lord might take me into his household. I will ride in noble company then, and eat fresh meat every day in a castle hall, and raise my own pavilion at tourneys. But first, I must do well. Reluctantly, he turned his back on the tourney grounds and led his horses into the trees. On the outskirts of the Great Meadow, a good half-mile from town and castle, he found a place where a bend in the brook had formed a deep pool. Reeds grew thick along its edge, and a tall, leafy elm presided over all. The spring grass there was as green as any knight's banner, and soft to the touch. It was a pretty spot, and no one had yet laid claim to it. This will be my pavilion, Dunk told himself. A pavilion roof with leaves, greener than even the banners of the Tyrells and the Estemonts.
Yeah!
His horses came first. After they had been tended, he stripped and waded into the pool to wash away the dust of travel. A true knight is cleanly as well as godly, the old man had always said, insisting that they wash themselves head to heel every time the moon turned, whether they smelled sour or not. Now that he was a knight, Dunk vowed he would do the same. He sat naked under the elm while he dried, enjoying the warmth of the spring air on his skin as he watched a dragonfly move lazily among the reeds. Why would they name it a dragonfly? He wondered. Looks nothing like a dragon. Not that Dunk had ever seen a dragon.
How's it going? How's my reception? How's my things going? But yeah. I love that Dunk is so optimistic. I think we can all be more optimistic. Oh my god. Hello. I wasn't prepared for you. I'm on my keyboard. Leave me alone. No. Oh. Ow. Owie. My points. I died. I'm actually surprised I haven't died more, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. To be completely honest. We do want to see if we can possibly do... Yeah! There we go.
The old man had, though. Dunk had heard the story 100 times, how Sir Arlen had been just a little boy when his grandfather had taken him to King's Landing, and how they'd seen the last dragon there the year before it died. She'd been a green female, small and stunted, her wings withered. None of her eggs had ever hatched. Some say King Aegon poisoned her, the old man would tell. The third Aegon, that would be. Not King Daeron's father, but the one they named Dragonbane, or Aegon the Unlikely. He was afraid of dragons, for he'd seen his uncle's beast devour his own mother. The summers have been shorter since the last dragon died, and the winters longer and crueler. The air began to cool as the sun dipped below the tops of the trees. When Dunk felt gooseflesh prickling his arms, he beat his tunic and breeches against the trunk of the elm to knock off the worst of the dirt, and donned them once more. On the morrow, he could seek out the master of the games and enroll his name. But he had other matters he ought to look into tonight if he hoped to challenge. He did not need to study his reflection in the water to know that he did not look much like a knight. So he slung Sir Arlen's shield across his back to display the sigil. Hobbling the horses, Dunk left them to crop the thick green grass beneath the elm as he set out on foot for the tourney grounds. In normal times, the meadow served as a commons for the folk of Ashford Town across the river. But now it was transformed. A second town had sprung up overnight, a town of silk instead of stone, larger and fairer than its elder sister. Dozens of merchants had erected their stalls along the edge of the field, selling felts and fruits, belts and boots, hides and hawks, earthenware, gemstones, pewter work, spices, feathers, and all manner of other goods. Jugglers, puppeteers, and musicians wandered among the crowds, plying their trades, as did the whores and cutpursers.
Oh, no, stop.
Dunk kept a wary hand on his coin. When he caught the smell of sausages sizzling over a smoky fire, his mouth began to water.
Help me!
He bought one with a copper from his pouch and a horn of ale to wash it down. As he ate, he watched a painted wooden knight battle a painted wooden dragon. The puppeteer who worked the dragon was good to watch too.
I'm getting murdered. Guys, I'm getting murdered. My points, though.
A tall drink of water with the olive skin and black hair of Dawn. She was slim as a lance with no breasts to speak of, but Dunk liked her face and the way her fingers made the dragon snap and slither at the end of its strings. He would have tossed the girl a copper if he'd had one to spare, but just now, he needed every coin. There were armourers among the merchants, as he hoped. A Tyroshi with a forked blue beard was selling ornate helms, gorgeous, fantastical things wrought in the shapes of birds and beasts and chased with gold and silver. Elsewhere, he found a swordmaker hawking cheap steel blades, and another whose work was much finer. But it was not a sword he lacked. The man he needed was all the way down the end of the row. A shirt of fine chainmail and a pair of lobstered steel gauntlets displayed on the table before him. Dunk inspected them closely. "You do good work," he said. "None better." A stumpy man, the smith was no more than 5 feet tall, yet wide as Dunk about the chest and arms. He had a black beard, huge hands, and no trace of humility. "I need armour for the tourney," Dunk told him. "A suit of good mail with gorget, greaves, and great helm." The old man's half-helm would fit his head, but he wanted more protection for his face than a nasal bar alone could provide. The armourer looked him up and down. You're a big one, but I've armoured bigger." He came out from behind the table. "Kneel, I want to measure those shoulders. Aye, and that thick neck of yours." Dunk knelt. The armourer laid a length of knotted rawhide along his shoulders, grunted, slipped it about his throat, grunted again.
Oh,
"Lift your arm.
Not again.
No, the right." He grunted a third time.
Ow,
"Now
ow,
you can
ow,
stand."
Make
The
it
inside
stop.
of a leg,
Make it stop.
the
Make it
thickness
stop.
of his
Ow.
calf, and the size of his
Nope.
waist
Nope.
elicited
Nope.
further
Ah.
grunts. "I have some pieces in me wagon that might do for you," the man said when he was done. "Nothing prettied up with gold nor silver, mind you. Just
You guys remember when I said I wasn't dying as much as I thought I was? remember that. Let's try this. We're gonna try this. Where is it? This will keeping my... The movie A Knight's Tale is a pop version of the Hedge Knight book. I could feel that. I could definitely feel that. That's a great comparison to make. Play this joint back up. I'm stressed, y'all. Okay. The goal is to get our points and get out.
Just good steel, strong and plain. I make helms that look like helms, not winged pigs and queer foreign fruits. But mine will serve you better if you take a lance in the face.
Steely
That's all I
Pete.
want, said Dunk. How much? 800
no.
stags, for I'm feeling kindly.
Oh,
800? It was more than he'd expected.
Oh no.
I could trade you some old armour, made for a smaller man. A half-helm and a mail hauberk. Steely Pate sells only his own work, the man declared.
What a guy.
But it might be I could make use of the metal if it's not too rusted. I'll take it and armour you for 600. Dunk could beseech Pate to give him the armour on trust, but he knew what sort of answer that request would likely get. He had travelled with the old man long enough to learn that merchants were notoriously mistrustful of hedge knights, some of whom were little better than robbers. I'll give you 2 silvers now, and the armour and the rest of the coin on the morrow. The armourer studied him a moment. 2 silvers buys you a day. After that, I sell me work to the next man. Dunk scooped the stags out of his pouch and placed them in the armourer's calloused hand.
Where is it?
You'll get it all. I mean to be a champion here. Do you? Pate bit one of the coins. And these others, I suppose they all came just to cheer you on.
Gotta love Steely Pate. Gotta love Steely Pate. Don't have to love where I am. Where is my coin? It has to be here somewhere. Right under me. I'm so scared. Here we go. There it is. Grab, grab, grab. Ha! And we're gonna just try running. We're just gonna try running. We have no time for your bull hockey, sir. Oh no, this is where I usually die. Just keep running. See what we can find. Oh, a grace. Ha! Nailed it. Aced it. Can't be stopped.
The moon was well up by the time he turned his steps back towards his elm. Behind him, Ashford Meadow was ablaze with torchlight. The sounds of song and laughter drifted across the grass, but his own mood was somber. He could think of only one way to raise the coin for his armor, and if he should be defeated... "One victory's all I need," he muttered aloud. "That's not so much to hope for." Even so, the old man would never have hoped for it. Sir Arlen had not ridden in a tilt since the day he had been unhorsed by the Prince of Dragonstone in a tourney at Storm's End many years before. "It is not every man who can boast that he broke 7 lances against the finest knight in the 7 kingdoms," he would say. "I could never hope to do better, so why should I try?" Dunk had suspected that Sir Arlen's age had more to do with it than the Prince of Dragonstone did, but he never dared say as much. The old man had his pride, even at the last. "I am quick and strong. He always said so. What was true for him need not be true for me," he told himself stubbornly. He was moving through a patch of weed, chewing over his chances in his head, when he saw the flicker of firelight through the bushes.
Hello?
"What's this?" Dunk did not stop to think. Suddenly, his sword was in his
Oh
hand,
my God, I'm
and he
scared.
was crashing through the grass. He burst out,
Run
roaring
away!
and cursing,
Run away!
only to jerk to a sudden halt at
away!
the sight of the boy beside the campfire. "You?" He lowered the sword. "What are you doing
Help
here?"
me.
"Cooking a fish," said the bald boy. "Do you want some?" "I meant, how did you get here? Did you steal a horse?" "I rode in the back of a cart, with a man who was bringing some lambs to the castle for my Lord of Ashford's table." "Well, you'd best see if he's gone yet, or find another cart. I won't have you here." "You can't make me go," the boy said, impertinent. "I'd had enough of that inn." "I'll have no more insolence from you," Dunk warned. "I should throw you over my horse right now and take you home." "You'd need to ride all the way to King's Landing," said the boy. "You'd miss the tourney." King's Landing? For a moment, Dunk wondered if he was being mocked. But the boy had no way of knowing that he had been born in King's Landing as well. Another wretch from Flea Bottom, like as not. And who can blame him for wanting out of that place? He felt foolish standing there, sword in hand, over an 80-year-old orphan. He sheathed it, glowering so the boy would see that he would suffer no nonsense. "I ought to give him a good beating at least."
Is this top too fancy for the shadow pants? Like, we gotta focus what's on important around here, y'all. Oh, Godskin Apostle. I don't know. It's so hard to be me. Better. Make sure I'm light real quick. I am. Okay, good. Do I look amazing? Do you guys love it? Hate it?
He thought. But the child looked so pitiful that he could not bring himself to hit him. He glanced around the camp. The fire was burning merrily within a neat circle of rocks. The horses had been brushed, and clothes were hanging from the elm, drying above the flames. "What are those doing there?" "I washed them," the boy said. "And I groomed the horses, made the fire, and caught this fish. I would have raised your pavilion, but I couldn't find one." "Well, there's my pavilion." Dunk swept a hand above his head, at the branches of the tall elm that loomed above them. "That's a tree," the boy said, unimpressed. "It's all the pavilion a true knight needs. I would sooner sleep under the stars than in some smoky tent. What if it rains?" "Well, the tree will shelter me." "Trees leak." Dunk laughed. "So they do. Well, if truth be told, I lack the coin for a pavilion. And you'd best turn that fish or it'll be burnt on the bottom and raw on top. You'd never make a kitchen boy." "I would if I wanted," the boy said, but he turned the fish. "What happened to your hair?" Dunk asked of him. The maester's shaved it off.
Actually, you bring up a good point. Do I have... There is a sword that is like a special light sword. From the Shadow Realms here. But I don't remember if I have it. Or not. So that's daggers. These are short swords. These are claymores, Wylanders. I haven't done my Stitcher? That's kind of crazy. So these are light swords. So where's the... I don't think I have the Great Light Sword, or whatever they're calling it. Bummer. Maybe we'll have to find that. Actually, I need to look up a couple things, so we'll do that while we listen.
Off. Suddenly
We'll look at
self-conscious,
myself.
the boy pulled up the hood of his dark brown cloak, covering his head. Dunk had heard that they did that sometimes to treat lice or rootworms or certain sicknesses. Are you ill? No, said the boy. What's your name? Dunk, he said. The wretched boy laughed aloud, as if it was the funniest thing he had ever heard. Dunk, he said. Sir Dunk? That's no name for a knight. Is it short for Duncan? Was it? The old man had called him just Dunk for as long as he could recall, and he did not remember much of his life before. Duncan, yes, he said. Sir Duncan of... Dunk had no other name, nor any house. Sir Arlen had found him living wild in the stews and alleys of Flea Bottom. He had never known his father or mother. What was he to say? Sir Duncan of Flea Bottom did not sound very knightly. He could take Pennytree, but what if they asked him where it was? Dunk had never been to Pennytree, nor had the old man talked much about it. He frowned for a moment, and then blurted out, Sir Duncan the Tall. He was tall, no one could dispute that, and it sounded puissant, though the little sneak did not seem to think so. I've never heard of any Sir Duncan the Tall. Do you know every knight in the Seven Kingdoms, then? The boy looked at him boldly. The good ones? Well,
You missed me laughing. I love this book so much. Okay, so the Grand Dam apparently is near this. I was right in that regard. So we'll start there. It said take a left, I think, maybe, and up the stairs, so I just took the wrong door. Would be the way. We are getting to the end of where we're going to be. Oh man, I hate this guy. Oh. Ow, 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 ow. Stop. Stop hitting me. Stop hurting me. Ow! God damn. Ah! Help. Dodge and weave. Ah! Well, that went well. At least it will be right next to the grace. Oh. But I don't know. I might keep playing for a bit. Get a couple things done. We could have a little post-book discussion in our little book club here. Oh my stars.
I'm as good as any. After the tourney, they'll all know that. Do you have a name, thief? The boy hesitated. Egg, he said. Dunk did not laugh. His head does look like an egg. Small boys can be cruel, and grown men as well.
Egg, that's code.
He said. Well, I should beat you bloody
Ow.
and send you on your way. But the truth is, I have no pavilion.
Ow! My body.
I have no squire
Ow!
either. If you swear
this
that
guy.
you'll do as you're told, I'll let you serve me for the tourney. After that, well, we'll see. If I decide you're worth your keep, you'll have clothes on your back and food in your belly. The clothes might be rough spun and the food salt beef and salt fish, and maybe some venison from time to time where there are no foresters about, but you won't go hungry, and I promise not to beat you, except when you deserve it. Egg smiled. Yes, my lord. Sir, Dunk corrected. I am only a hedge knight. He wondered if the old man was looking down on him. I'll teach him the arts of battle, the same as you taught me, sir. He seems a likely lad. Might be one day he'll make a knight. The fish was still a little raw on the inside when they ate it, and the boy had not removed all the bones, but it still tasted a world better than hard salt beef. Egg soon fell asleep beside the dying fire. Dunk lay on his back nearby, his big hands behind his head, gazing up at the night sky. He could hear distant music from the tourney grounds half a mile away. The stars were everywhere, thousands and thousands of them. One fell as he was watching, a bright green streak that flashed across the black.
Oh my god, hit him.
Gone.
Oh my god.
A falling star brings luck to him who sees it, Dunk thought, but the rest of them are all in their pavilions by now, staring up at silk instead of sky. So the luck is mine alone. In the morning.
And that's I believe where the first episode ends on the HBO. On the HBO thing, which we are going to try to cover tomorrow on Kick. So let me give you the link for that. But yeah, this is good. I think I'm going to at least try still to get to the Grand Dam. So, let's view my channel. This will be where I try to do that. Dunk has a good eye for a good egg. Yeah, we love a good egg. And egg is a good egg, maybe. I have some theories. I have some theories about evil egg. But yeah. So now is the chill zone. We're not even listening to things, though maybe we'll turn our music back up on the game here, so that we have a little bit going on in the background. Oh my god. Please hit. Please hit. I'm going to need the you know what? Nope. Nope. I've decided I need the Godslayer. I need the Godslayer. I need the Godslayer. Help me. Now I can at least, like, attempt to, like, react to what is happening in front of me. Because, like, I didn't want to interrupt. Like, even if it gets me copyright struck, you, the people, will have been here for the amazing times that we're having. And that's important. That's good. Because I'm either going to make you all like what I like, or I'm going to appeal to people that like what I like. And I think that's a good time. I don't need to be stagnant. If anything, we've been stagnant too long. Maybe we just... Big clunky sword. Okay. Here we go. What's he doing? Okay. Wait for him to pass. The other way. So it wants me to go this way? Maybe? Oh my god, there's nothing here. Help me. Help me, help me, help me, help me. Help me. Ah! Ah! Oh my god, don't scare me like that. Holy cannoli. Where even am I? Oh god. Run away! Run away! Oh no, I can't get up. Please? Someone? Help me. I'm just looking for Granny. Has anyone seen Granny? This doesn't feel like the right place for Granny. Hello? Can I open this? No? I'm scared. I'm so scared. Hello? Yeah, I don't have the right. Got it. So, I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque again, apparently. I'm never gonna find Granny. Granny, oh Granny, where art thou? Well, good as in kind of royal. What even is good in or bad in Game of Thrones? Are we talking about Daron the Good? But yeah, I mean, like, if we're talking about good characters, we are inherently talking about characters that, like, are good in their situations. And also, like, oh, that guy has extra points. Hello. Like, Baylor's pretty good. Ned Stark's pretty good. Hodor's good. We could give Hodor a free good. Where am I? Granny! Where are you, Granny? I think I've been by here. Well? Who else is good? Like, oh my lordy bee! Hello! Would you like to taste blunt object? Thank you. The power of death compels you! Whew. Thank you. Arya good? Stark was good? I don't know, like, so here's kind of an interesting thing that you might not have considered. If you're reading the books or listening to the books, which I often do while doing other things, you kind of get a wild hair once in a while to, listen to, the perspective chapters in order of their perspective. So, like, I've done Arya and Sansa and Jon and Bran all in a row, right? The interesting thing is Bran, I would say, is better than Arya. Arya and Sansa and Jon, they all have way more ego, way less patience. They whine a lot compared to Bran, which is kind of interesting. But, like, Arya wants to be like her father and is emulating the noble thing too, right? Like, oh my god, this is scary. Ow, 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 make it stop, make it stop. Thank you. Ah! Make it not hurt me anymore. Ow. Ow. I'm afraid to go too far back. But she wants to be good. But she definitely does things that... It's kind of like, Rafe in the show. Rafe was, as far as anyone could tell, I think, a boy before. But they made Rafe in the Dunk and Egg show, a girl, which is fine. I have no problem with that. Oh god, how am I gonna find this stuff now? But how they kind of made her, like, unnecessarily aggressive is sometimes how Arya is presented. I love that I ended up right back here. So what if I go this way? So that just leads over here. Everybody quiet. Everybody quiet, I said. No! Okay. I'm lost. I'm lost and cannot be found. Just running away. Pissing everybody off. Hello. We're gonna do this again. Just for funsies. Someone said Grand Dam was this way. I believe them. That was foolishness on my part. I should never believe the internet. Oh, that's not the way I wanted to go. Hi there. Right here. Thank you. Arya can wear your face. Yeah, you gotta be scared. Marjorie? Ooh, like, that's definitely a character, right? Chaotic good is a good way to put it. Ned Stark and Hodor were lawful good. Yeah. Well, I don't know if Hodor's lawful, per se. That could be hard to tell, right? Lady was good. So, hot take. Sansa was the best warg. Fight me. Bran is neutral good. I could see that, yeah. Lady was best good. All the wolves are best good. Yeah. Well, and all the horses, too. Why not? Can I level up yet? No, I'm halfway there. I, like many, used to dislike Sansa. She's very whiny. But here's the fun thing you get to realize with me. Are you ready? If you like Jon Snow, you are not allowed to dislike Sansa. Because it is the same story in many ways. It is the disillusionment of the romantic, but a male versus female perspective in the world. Thank you. Furthermore, yeah, like, I think Sansa was the best word. I'll read out any answers. I don't really have an answer. It kind of, sounded like Ryan did not respond or something? I don't know. I'm not the expert. Valkyrie, you're probably going to have to pull out the graphs on the Game of Thrones stuff. Well, if I can be honest with you. Can I be honest with you? 1 minute. Can I be honest with you for a minute? I'm kind of doing this as a lead into that. I'm going to record things, and then I'm going to maybe clip things. It'll give you a good time. A good time for everybody involved. And if you're not having a good time, you're in the wrong place. I like her character development. I hated her in the beginning. Yes. But, like, you forget that she's, like, 13 or some shit. It can be hard to gauge, like, how is she supposed to act? Of course she emulates her mother. Of course she, is a bit selfish and romanticizes an evil guy. Oh my god, was it here the whole time? Oh my god. Oh my god. I quit. Quit. Just... Alright. Hi, Granny. Hi. Let's talk to you without the hat. This has been thoroughly entertaining, Val. Good. What about the Red Witch Fire Lady? More good than people think, but not good. Does that track with everyone? Is everyone cool with that? Mel believes her prophecies. And she does indeed see prophecies, right? Granny, I'm talking. But she does not... She's confirmation bias. She will say something, is true. Or, like, go with her first analysis of something. Without any regard of what that could end up doing. Grandmother...
Oh, such a joy to smell the scent again. Does a sculpted keeper stand before me? Oh, as I felt the sacred beast's essence fade, a great anxiety welled up within. Forgive this old woman her foolish fears. 'Tis such relief I cannot express. After an eternity of the mind, our voices have at last reached the heavens, as evinced by thy gracious arrival. Oh, oh, oh.
I can confirm that Ryan did watch at least some of my stream. He reacted to a comment in my stream, so this sounds believable. Your thoughts on the books of the version of the Red Wedding versus the show? I think they adapted well, considering that they had already changed things that, like, the Jane Westerling thing is, I don't know. It was an unnecessary change. As is many, the outcome of the Red Wedding missing is really the bigger problem, right? Like, in Game of Thrones, or as some people call it, the Dragon Show, there is 0, Lady Stoneheart. And that's kind of like a big deal. Also, I love the, like, theory that, Rob is warging, like, is having a second life within Lady Stoneheart. I think that would be interesting, too. She gave birth to that death ghost. That changed things up a little bit. Yeah, she does commit murder on Renly. Just 'cause, I guess. Like, Renly, yeah, he wanted the throne when he had no right to it, right? But, like, he's just one of the pompous princes of the world. We could have just had a war. My god. I opened a door. Freedom. Is that also a door? I feel like I've been trapped down there before. I'm making a vintage postal themed junk journal for my NB in-law. And the spine is 5 inches. The book is only 8 inches high. I got carried away. I kind of love it. Like, almost cube. Oh, look at those free rooms. Oh my god, gimme. Gimme. You're gonna make me go down there? Should we just rune farm for a while? Get to my level? We could go murder Albinarix. Yeah, I have a big Thackum stick. I also have sleepy time thing, but I don't know. It doesn't work very well in this location. I am the very dumb cross between Sorcerer and Paladin. So, like, sometimes we come over here. Oh, yeah. You know what? Fuck it all. We got one thing to do here. And that's remember how to do the superpowers. Because what we're gonna play with is the winged sight. That always gets me hyped for this game. If I could find it. You know. Being me and all. Oh, did we level up Vark? Oh, we did level up Vark's thing, too. I forgot how many things I had fun with here. There we are. Alright. Boop. Hi. My gosh. Oh, that was the wrong answer. Whoop! Ah! Help me! Help me, Rhonda! I would like to get up now. Pickaxe of Doom! Oh! Dead man. I'm a dead man. I went straight sorcerer my last playthrough. Oh, almost a battle mage. Yeah, like, so here's the thing, is my character is essentially following the Glowmide Queen and our lovely Galtrina. Okay, so I'm a mixture of, sometimes I'm in like the purple stuff. Where's my points now? Oh, well that's convenient. What a day. Alright. We're gonna try to remember how to do a super here. Ow! Why do people hate me? Ow! Listen! Listen! It says Angel's Wings right there. How do I do it? I'm gonna cry right here on stream. Everyone can call me a crybaby. Okay, System. Tell me your secrets. Strong attack. Right hand and left hand armament. Attack. Okay. What about making it the both hand weapon? Guard, use item, event action. That one, no. Okay. How do I get back? I want to leave. Thank you. 1 minute. Alright, and so it said switch between. Okay, but that's not what I need. I need to know. Okay, there's that. We're good on that. Alright, cool. That will be fun. Hi! I would like to talk to you about... Whee! Ah! It hurts! Ah! Nope. Nope. I still can't nail this guy. Got cocky. Can't get cocky. Let's go somewhere else. We got Grandma. Let's get the points there, so. Valkyrie, if you do a comparison video of Game of Thrones, you have to do The Walking Dead? Oh my. I've never played the Walking Dead games, honestly. Alright, so let's go somewhere outside. I'm feeling cooped up. Freya's there. Let's go talk to Freya. She helped us with the stuff. Freya, baby doll, sweetie cakes, what's up?
Ah, well met. That was a fine battle indeed. It heartens me that another warrior stands among us. Among the beckoned. Long ago, I was stricken by scarlet rot in the swamp of Aeonia. Immobile, feverish, and in great pain, I was entirely resigned to death. I was left behind, and only kindly Mikola was good enough to seek me out. My wound was swollen and festering, exuding a most pungent odor, and yet he drained the poison from it, despite my wretched visage. Now, I consider this wound my compass.
Interesting.
Let us both take kindly Mikola's guidance to heart. May we meet again on the battlefield, brave warrior.
That I am. Oh, okay. There's more. More to discuss, you say?
Do you wonder why the eternally dour fellow keeps his distance? He's one of the tower's hornsent. I can only assume he fights for his own reasons and carries his own burdens. but we needn't concern ourselves with his affairs. He too was charmed by kindly Mikola and guided here, and that makes us allies. We're not gods, you and I. Even if we did manage to dig up the secrets of his past, I doubt our meddling could ever amount to much.
Oh, my meddling is unprecedented, madam. Ask the internet. Bad. At least in book. Book Shay bad. Right? Do 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 do. Oh my, I haven't killed that guy. What else do I want to do here? Where's our other folks? How do I get out of the screen? God damn. Okay. Who's here? Moore and Ansbach are there. Could check in with them. Where? Oh, there's the Grand Dam now. Where's that one guy? Is he already gone? Tholier. Where'd Tholier go? Oh, Hornson's here? Hello? Oh, there you are. You were a blender, sir.
I urge you, follow after Mikola. As long as you abide by his footfalls, you will be no enemy to me.
Cool.
I urge you, follow after Mikola. As long as...
Cool. Well, have I met Thalia yet? Maybe we just need to go adventure. How do I live without you? I want to know. How do I dream without you? Wherever you go. Yeah. No. Yeah. I want you all to know I'm having a great time. And that's what matters. Boop. Yeah, I figured it out without thinking. The important thing was not to think. Ooh. If I'm on horseback. This is what happens when you like too many weapons. You become me. I mean, this has pretty good range. Maybe we'll try it out. Oh my god. What do you know about Book Shay versus Show Shay? If I am recalling correctly, Shay was working for Tywin the whole time. And, like, actively works against him at the court and stuff. It's just, like, way more obvious. Ow! That she... Everything was intentional, I guess. Ow! It hurt. Don't do it! Don't do it! Ah! I think Shoshay, they kind of... That's... What a name. Shoshay. I feel like they kind of ambiguized it a bit more. And, like, that's the thing, is they also had to... Tyrion is not Peter Dinklage. You know what I mean? Like, he's a little bit more of an asshole. I mean, he likes bastards, orphans, and broken things or whatever. But, for the most part... Excuse me. Ow! It hurts. Mommy, it hurts. Oh. Ah! Mommy. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no 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 no. This one please. Ow! Sure. Oh, that misread. Misread. Oh, always hitting the wrong buttons. Could not have lit the joint before this. Oh, golly. Oh, got excited. Have I even done anything to it? My god. I haven't. This is dumb. I'm dumb. Oh, Littlefinger as a character? Ah! Don't read chat and fight, folks. Okay, here we go. Holy. Ow! Oh no, my points! Oh well. What about Littlefinger as a character? He's almost too much of a caricature of a villain. No redeeming qualities or nuances, in my opinion. And I feel like this is even kind of more true in the books. Like, he's a little bit weird. He is a little bit extra weird. About Sansa. And about losing Catelyn and his fight with, Brandon and, I mean, he definitely works against Ned Stark. Let's be clear. And, like, Varys isn't as good as I want him to be either. Like, let's be honest. But they are fascinating characters. In some theories, Sansa might take down the giant. Ah! And by giant, that means, Littlefinger, because he is it that his, sorry, is it that his sigil is a, giant? Like, because, like, so he comes from the three fingers, which are, sticking out of the ocean, if I can be remembering things correctly. And so they're like these three rocks that stick out of the ocean. And they're spoken of as, like, giant's fingers. So I'm pretty sure his house technically has a giant as a sigil. The, like, mockingbird and stuff is, like, his own because they don't really. So, anyway, the Littlefinger might be the giant. There's also, like, a lot of talk around giants being small people in, A Song of Ice and Fire. There's a lot of talk about Tyrion casting a large shadow. Yeah, it's Hasco. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Littlefinger's Jeffrey Epstein coded. Oh no. Yeah, Lord Varys, he has a lot more to do with the conspiracies, right? With the Golden Company in the books. So, there's theories that he's like a Blackfire, which, if you don't know, is they're kind of actually referencing it a lot in the, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms show. More than they did in the books. But, the theory is that Varys might be related to, what's his name? the guy that handed off Danny essentially and like raised Danny and Viserys, like my brain just has shut down. Sad. Too much weed. But anyway, his wife might have been related to Varys, and they might be Blackfires, which is an off-branch of the Targaryens. The young Griff thing is completely missing from the show. So. I do love the theories that Varys is a merman, though. I think those are the best theories. But speaking of theories that are ridiculous on the face of them, but actually might be true, at least symbolically, Roose Bolton as a vampire, I feel tracks. Okay, so like, the Boltons themselves might just be vampire coded, which is why they hate the Starks so much. And like, a lot of these theories are not my own, to be completely honest with you. What is this? This looks like trouble. Am I down for a bit of trouble? Wait, where's my controller? Honestly had to stop with the Game of Thrones stuff because incestuous relationships were too much for me. Reminds me of the Habsburgs, but fantasized to an extent where the genetic overlaps don't cause defects. So, about that. There are some, like, awfully bits in the Westeros lore, right? But, like, essentially the dragon writing is what they are, seemingly keeping intact when the Targaryens and other, oh my god. He said no. When they are incestuous. The Lannisters, however, are never, there's actually not a lot of romanticism around it, if you ask me. Like, the Lannisters, it's about vanity, and specifically about Cersei's vanity. Think about it, he collects... Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Varys is very Epstein-coded. I have watched The Grey Area. I haven't watched The Grey Area in a while. I'm not gonna lie, all this drama has really cut into my nerd time. I have to listen to, like, hussy bitch about me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Speaking of theories, I think Dunk is cold hands. Discuss. Ooh, let's take an image of this. I like how I'm just on an adventure now. That's always the best way to be. Ooh, was the Bolton bastard a vampire, the one who married Sansa? So, yeah. He would be... So, there's a lot of strange things going on with the genetics there. So, Roose Bolton technically had a different son. Hi there. But... who was his heir. However... Roose... made a woman and a man who got married without his blessing give him the right of first night, which is a old custom that has been, like, not used in a long time, and we can get into theories about why it existed in the first place at a different time. But what it essentially comes down to is that Ramsay is a product of rape. And, because of the right of the first night being, like, not honored or whatever originally, the woman's husband was hung and she was raped under the hanging man. And the product of that was Ramsay, who has always been a little shit. Always been a little shit. But Bruce notices he has his eyes, which are like a icy, a very clear pearly color, almost. I can't remember the exact wording. We could go into a search of Ice and Fire. And I have it written down somewhere too. But essentially, Ramsey shows a lot of the qualities Roos likes, and then Roos drinks like this red liquid all the time. And the Boltons, the name might even be Bolt On, because they skin people. They skin them and wear those as cloaks. That's why the Flayed Man is their sigil. And speaking of, dark imagery, so this is interesting because as far as it goes, they have rebelled against the Starks, and they want to skin Starks. And that's interesting when you consider that the Starks are wargs and direwolves, right? And then just a hop, skip it away from the, across the water from the Boltons is actually kind of pretty close to the House of Faces, where you might remember Arya learns to wear people's faces. So there's some weird tapping into wearing other things as skins thing happening. I personally think the Boltons are the one house that's not allowed to have any magical powers. But the vampire versus werewolf imagery is very strong. I am doing a nerd stream. This is my nerd stream. Did you not see the thumbnail? I wanted to punch my TV when Jamie went back to Cersei in the show. I get it, but it killed me inside. Yeah, that was not... Jamie is set up for a redemption arc, and that won't make him a good man, but it will make him a better man. And then, yeah, he'll probably die. But the answer is not go back to Cersei. Are you listening, George? Yeah, it broke my heart too. Because, I love Brienne. Okay, so Brienne, speaking of the Dunk and Egg show, Brienne's family has Dunk's shield in, the galleries or something of, is it Evenfall? In Tarth? She's from a well-established family. And she might have Dunk's blood, because, let's be honest, Dunk is a total himbo. Theorizing, he probably is the cause of the Hound, the Mountain, Hodor, and Brienne. Good. I'm glad. Be out of your element, and then come back when you understand. You'll be like, Val told me about this. No, I wouldn't say in general. I think that's I'm obviously biased, but I think that's a discredit to a lot of what went into it. But yeah, George R. R. Martin is not afraid to deal with evils. Domeric Bolton is Roose Bolton's, yeah, sire. Yes. I knew it started with a D. It's weird because, all the Boltons, not all the Boltons, but a lot of the Boltons start with R. George loves his repetitive names. Like Godric and Godfroy and Godfrey. Godwin. This guy. What time is it? Is it really only 11? This is amazing. This took me no time to accomplish. Should we have a drama stream? Could stop this one and go elsewhere. Ow. I just want to win. I did not win. Dogs are evil, though. Should I even bother with my 2 points? Die. Where's my points? Hello? Here, do the work. Whatever you want to do, Captain. I'm playing Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed's pretty dope. I haven't played a lot of it, honestly. But I like watching people play. I've lost my points. They're just gone. That's what we know now. Ancestral follower, what if we go this way? Do you leave me if we go this way? Yes. That's fine. Go check this place out. Hello? Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Saint Trina? Ha! No. Bad. I don't like your style, sir. I don't appreciate your nincompoopery, nor your shenaniganery. And I'm going to need to ask that you kindly desist from your attitude. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. I mean, just in general, things that happen in both places. A kid wearing other people's skin feels like something that's probably happened there. Oh, well, I mean, yes. I guess you're probably right. Woo! There's more comments, but give me that. This guy was shooting at me. The Bastard Bolton. Game of Thrones is actually based on the War of Roses or the War of the Cousins. There's another book series that is from Elizabeth's view of the war you might like. I'll find it when I get home. Not much, 21. We've been listening to A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms audiobook and playing Elden Ring. And now we're just talking about, you know, the world of roast. Okay, so I do have it. I just need to put it on. Oh no. I don't want you, doggy. Dogs are evil in this world. Thank you. I'll deal with the other one. Maybe. Ow. That hurts. Sir, I'm going to need you to not do that. Don't mind me just button mashing. Fine. Thank you. Yeah. What? Tell us more about the pots that are stirring. I saw you put out quite a few things. And not gonna lie, 21 totally inspired me to play Elden Ring again. Because I will watch anyone play Elden Ring. Elden Ring is good. Hello. Have you heard about the Glow-Eyed Queen? Oh god. No! Don't harm me. I know George R. R. Martin, and I follow the purple-eyed ones. JK. That was not the button I meant to press. This one. Ow, you hit hard. Please stop. Oops. I'm not a professional gamer. Oh, it hurts. Ah. Ow! No! I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Ow, I don't want to die. I do not want to die. Help me. Oh, great Messiah of the tree. Oh god, no. Oop. Cheese it! Ah, my goodness. Ooh, thank you for the sacred bloody flesh. Now I can eat it like Bran. You're doing better than I would. Elden Ring stresses me out. Well, it's supposed to stress you out. You know, at some point, you have to accept failure. That's what Elden Ring has taught me. And then you walk away and you try again. Hello? How's everyone doing over here in the scary places? How do I want to go about this? Too far away. Do you ever think to yourself, you know what? This seems like a them problem. Oops. That was one way to make it my problem. Oh, isn't Thalia here or something? Who's here? Anyone here? Oh, I don't want to shoot you. But I want to be scared. Yes. There we go. Tubby custard over here. Oh! Gross. Oh, I'm gonna fall off the edge. Stop, says. Oh, you're already on me. Hello. Get wrecked in your face. Thank you. I see a shiny. Oh, a smithing stone, you say? I only stress myself out over achievements. I don't care about achievements. I'm not that guy. I cannot. Will not. Hello. What have I encountered today? I've watched a lot of lore videos, but it's not the same. Looks like a cave. Oh, it's the Ruin Forged intake. I see. Is this something I want to do right now? I don't think it is. I like to be outside. Outside is less dangerous. If it was one of the Godwin ones, I think that would be a different story. I definitely want to do those. If I were to set up... What is it? 11? If I were to set up a drama stream for a couple of hours, what would we watch? I did close a lot of tabs on accident, so if I was watching something, go ahead and just be like, finish X. Because I feel like I've started a lot of things. And then I was like, you know what I want to do? Play Elden Ring. Duh. for now. What's down here? Ah! Ow! Okay, I've decided we're just running. That was horrible. Oh, a swamp. Who doesn't love a good swamp? Miyazaki and me, buddy. We're all about the swamps. That guy still following me? No, I'm on a horse. I'm on a horse and I'm going fast. Something's gotta pop out of the water. That's just how that works. Hello? Yes, poison me, evildoers. Oh, shiny. Nice. I love free shinies. Gotta go down there. What's over here? Other than prettiness, look at all this. Oh! Oh my god! Tabbed out! Ah! Get away from me! Piggy! An MS-666 came out of nowhere! I should stop. I should stop with that. Where do I want to go though? There's one in the wall over there. Hi. Just checking things out, little fleurs. Don't mind me. Oh, I hear a shiny. Ah! Nope. It's one of the... So, Miranda flowers are interestingly very similar to what America's like. Or, well, I should say the holy stuff does. The perfuming's kind of sus. Love it, but sus. Ooh. Way to go up? We'll do that in a second. What's over here? Oh no. It's not gonna be the bell guy, is it? He's not back for a vengeance. Elder's Hobble. Talisman of the Dread. What do you gotta say, sir? O Bell, tyrant Drake, do your wounds yet ache? Is your fury yet still to crest its zenith? Hurry, hurry, and lay it all to waste. Lay waste to the proud and the conceited each, every last one of the arrogant lot. Oh man, curse you, Bell! Let's see what we got here. We can watch Kirstei's Resilient Jenkins coverage until Heather can be around. Yeah. I haven't seen Heather today. She said she's better in afternoons. So maybe if she pops up as it gets to be afternoon her time, that would be cool. I mean, there's a lot of different things floating around drama-wise. Should just throw them all in a hat and pick a random one. Oh, we do need, like, a randomizer. I mean, interesting. Alright. Let's take something to look... Oh, this moon, though. Always good to look at the moon. I'm going to go ahead and manage a stream right now. While you guys are all sitting so patiently. And then we'll watch something for at least a couple hours. Create live And then schedule stream. Sure, we'll just steal from this one. Reuse settings. Nope. Okay. What shall we call it? We should call it something interesting, right? And I'll work on a thumbnail real quick. Change. Let's find something silly. Choices, choices, choices. You guys better be coming up with good names over there. This'll do. Just my little what face will do for now. Under people, right? People and blogs. The daddy-daughter dream team has been a regular one, but there's a lot to cover if you don't know about it. Yeah. You guys didn't come up with any names. None. None whatsoever. Alright. Back to the show is what it's going to be. And then... streaming software is fine. Age restriction now. And what time? Where's my time? Where's my scheduling? The next. 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 Ah, schedule. Thank you. Let's give me a half hour. And we'll put it for 12. Public. I should just put it on unlisted. That would be amazing. Invite only. 12 p.m. Thank you. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and redirect you over there. Keep an eye out for my community tab, for, the kick stream tomorrow, right? And, because I will do it there, though I did link it. For now, though, I want to... Hello? Edit. Why aren't you doing the right thing here? Okay, thank you. We'll redirect you guys over there. Get your final words in. Final discussion points. Oh, I could put Elden Ring here. That's cool. Boop. But where is the redirect? There it is. Boop. Nope. This one. Save. Cool. There's a D-Day short? Alright. Let me copy link address here. Alright. Yeah, we'll watch this to start off when we get back. I'm going to go ahead and redirect you. But in that time, in that about half hour, hopefully, y'all, the you people, will come up with as many suggestions as possible. Alright? I want to be in a trove of options. Alright?